primary mechanism of political survival for most politicians, kicking the can down the road. They know never to deal with a problem when it arises because action always involves risk. So instead they offer platitudes instead of solutions, hoping the status quo gets them reelected, and until it's time, of course, to cash in and become a lobbyist. But today we have a leader who's kicking nothing down the road. Instead, Donald Trump sees the can, picks it up, and crushes it with his bare hands. Think about it. Doge, trade, deporting gangs, men and women's sports, getting Rosie O'Donnell on a plane to Ireland. I know. He's tackled all those issues head on in just 90 days. Previously, a typical Democrat or Republican would have looked at the deficit, trade, and immigration as unsolvable problems, simply because solving them would cause a problem for them. But Trump, he never saw a problem he didn't want to fix. And now you can add drug cartels to his list of cans he wants to crush. First, he labeled them foreign terrorist organizations, and now, according to NBC News, the administration is considering taking out those cartels with drone strikes. Yeah, drones on cartels. It's a modern solution to a modern problem, like using a robot to feed live mice to the view. And your hands are safe. But bombing cartels? I wonder where they might have gotten that idea. It's time to take out cartels in Mexico. Bomb the out of them. It'll be over in minutes. And if the operation starts up somewhere else, you bomb that too. Mowing down cartels would be no different than mowing the lawn. Yeah. And I know how to mow a lawn now that Jose's been deported. R.I.P. Jose. Taking care of your kids. But that was 3 years ago, when the only droning was the sound of Biden's life alert. The difference this time is we got a president who's actually doing something about it. As one senior DEA official under Biden puts it, politics aside, Trump is not around with this stuff. True, while the Dems think misgendering is violence, Trump thinks violence is violence and knows how to deal with it, with military action. After all, these are brutally violent drug dealers with machine guns who don't think twice about beheading anyone who looks at them the wrong way. Fact is, they've killed more Americans than Steve Doocy's cookbook. Droning them makes all the sense in the world. It might seem extreme to some, but that's only because it's viewed in the context of their own cowardice and neglect. These are the same people who waved through the violent, illegal criminals and ported them on night flights, gave them hotel rooms paid for by you and me. Hell, they didn't just kick the can down the road. They gave that can 3 meals, free flights, and a hotel room with Wi-Fi. Now, Trump's been floating the idea of drone strikes on cartel leaders for a while. Not because he's bloodthirsty or because he's bored, but because, shocking as this sounds, it might work. Which is always Trump's metric. And it beats depending on Mexico. Hell, you'd be safer chugging Tijuana spring water. I mean, their law enforcement's made up of the cartels themselves. Now, you could debate its legality, but look, we send 8-figure checks to Zelensky, never get a receipt, and we're killing people who've done nothing to us thousands of miles away. Apparently that's legal, but killing terrorists at our border isn't. Of course, Mexico's president says bombing cartels won't address the root of the issue. Really? Doesn't wiping out the dudes who sling these drugs address the root issue? If you can't contain El Chapo, then your opinions are El Crapo. Look, we love Mexico. Their food's amazing, and it's still the best place to flee when you've accidentally killed a spouse. But their government, about as reliable as birth control from the dollar store. Their cops are bought off, their mayors are in hiding, their military has all the firepower of a 6-pack of O'Douls. So yeah, Trump is saying what no one else will. If you won't clean up your yard, we'll do it for you because it's growing into ours. And if that means a drone here or there, it's better than letting fentanyl kill tens of thousands of Americans a year. Drones are quick, they're precise, and they're covered by Radio Shack's 90-day warranty.